I feel it's time for a race, and hopefully this will either answer some questions or at least start the comments coming in. I'm going to be putting 2 takedown type rifles to the test in a head-to-head and find out which is most portable and which is the fastest in use. The Arms TDR versus the Edgun Leshy. Let the contest begin. Hello and welcome to AAR On Air. Yes, today I have finally got around to a challenge I've been wanting to do for the last 8 months. A challenge that is likely to upset me. Why? Because I love both of these guns a lot. I have done full reviews on both of them individually and they are available to watch on the channel. Whilst this particular challenge is about portability, weight, flexibility in the field, it is more focused on speed. More specifically, the challenge is going to be a standing start to 10 shots fired, which should answer that all-important single shot versus 10 round magazine argument. This is, as always, a bit of fun, but hopefully with a serious twist to it. So, the 2 guns in question are the stalwart 10 round Arms S410 TDR and that engineering marvel, the single shot Edgun Leshy. In the blue corner then, first, the Arms S410, which comes in its own case and is very Mission Impossible-like in its takedown format. It is a fixed caliber, and that has to be chosen when purchasing. This particular one is in 177 and comes, as you can see, in 3 parts: main body, stock and silencer. And of course it has the tried and tested Arms 10 round magazine, which I find to be nice and simple in design and faultless in my many years of using it. In its skeletal type form, it's not overly heavy and is simple in use with a classic bolt action. This can be carried around all day without being too tiring. Accuracy is not a problem at all when you use the right ammunition, which is usually Air Arms' own pellets or even the JSBs. In the red corner is the folding Edgun Leshy with its superb engineering and interchangeable barrel system, which is a fantastic idea, allowing you to change the calibre of this gun in less than 60 seconds with practice. At the moment, this is set up with the longer .25 caliber barrel, but .22 and 177 are also in my possession should I choose to change the caliber or even shorten that overall length by 100mm or 4 inches in old speak. Accuracy is unquestionable and is a major plus with this gun. But of course, single shot by loading directly into the back of the barrel with the cocking mechanism activated by that braking action of the stock. It is ultra light and does not come supplied with a carry case. However, a waterproof hard case is available if you want. Of course, carrying in the field is very easy and light, and it actually can be done with the built-in carabiner if you prefer. So, whichever one of these you choose, you won't be disappointed. But what about that speed test and the 0 to 10 times? For that, I'm going to start with them both in broken down form and unloaded. Then piece them together and fire off 10 rounds to see which one wins. This should show which can be brought up to fire the quickest and if a 10 round magazine is quicker than a single shot. Bearing in mind, when out hunting, you very rarely get that second shot off at the same quarry. On your marks, set, go. Well, I honestly didn't know which way it was going to go. I knew the Edgun was quicker off the mark than the Air Arms, because that requires a little bit of putting together first. But the final result of 1 minute 22 seconds for the Edgun versus 1 minute 25 seconds for the Air Arms is very, very close indeed. It would be easy to speed up a little on either gun with practice. And 3 seconds is not a huge difference. I suppose the most important fact is the Edgun took only 7 seconds to get that first shot off, where the Air Arms was 58 seconds. And the Edgun, shooting single shots only, had 7 shots fired before the Air Arms had fired 1. Relate that to hunting in the field and it becomes a useful figure. Yes, it could be argued that you could have the magazine preloaded, or they weren't from inside the cases, or you'd had a fallout with the missus that morning and you were off your game. But the test was like for like, and I hope you'll agree. Of course, it should be pointed out that the Edgun is about £400 more expensive than the Air Arms. But it balances itself out if you want, say, both 177 and .25 calibers, with a simple barrel change rather than a whole second gun. The shot count is far less with the Edgun due to that smaller reservoir, and if a high shot count is important to you, then the Air Arms is going to be more suitable. But in my experience, it has more than enough shots, the Edgun, for an average day hunting, where most of your time is indeed spent waiting or stalking rather than actually pulling that trigger and shooting. Both of these guns are truly excellent, and I own both Edgun and Air Arms and would recommend either to anyone who asked. I suppose there is no true winner here. It's down to personal choice and how quickly you need to get those shots off. Whether you want something smaller and lighter and faster, or you need that higher shot count and a nice case. Either of these are excellent. Thanks for watching.